Hello, beautiful souls. As 2019 comes to a close and we move into 2020, I wanted to share a message of love with you because I've been feeling so much love this holiday season. And the best way I know to do that is to share a message from Henrietta the tree. So I'm going to read with you a passage from my book, Conversations with a Tree. And we all know that the holidays can bring a mixture of emotions. In one moment it can be magical, and then in another moment it can be very challenging. Whether you're alone or with family, the holiday season and the time of coming into a new year can really bring many different feelings. And it seems to me that from what I'm hearing about the astrology of 2020, it may be very much like that as well. As the old world continues to crumble and humanity continues to awaken, we can see a great divide between things that are falling apart and yet the hope of a new world that we're creating as we go along and as we move through these magical times. And it's in times of challenge that we need to remember our tools for survival the most. And if you're anything like me, it's often when I use them the least is when I need them the most. And so I wanted to offer something to you to help you move into love in 2020. And one of the best ways that I know to return to my center is to get out among the trees and into the stillness of nature. And often just stepping outside can shift your energy, because being in nature truly is our link to the divinity within ourselves. Nature reminds us of our pure and innocent essence, and that's why I'm going to share this message of love from Henrietta the tree. She says, trees are... Well, I'll read to you this invitation to joy to close 2019 is to share a message of love with you from Henrietta, as I said. And what the trees do is they take us back to that wonder of innocent love, because the trees don't have a mind. They don't have a brain that is always trying to figure things out, but yet they have wisdom because they're tapping into the divinity and the wisdom that we all have access to that is in the ethers. And the trees have told me this. I've asked, how can you have intelligence when you're a tree? And they said, we access this intelligence the same way humans do, only we as humans have forgotten. And it really goes along with scientific research that has shown that memory is not stored in the brain, that they can destroy all the different parts of the brain at different times, and people can still remember. Animals can still remember how to go through a maze. And they're discovering that our brain is more like an antenna that retrieves the wisdom that is stored in the ethers. And the trees are doing the same thing. And as I shared, I'm writing this as my heart is full of love because of being a grandmother for the first time. And it's a new kind of love that you don't know until you get to experience it. And I had moments over my visit with my family when my heart was just overflowing with love. And that's why I wanted to bring a message of love to you all, to somehow share that. And the best way I knew to do that was to bring this message from the trees that is really one of my favorite messages. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I just wanted to offer it so that as we move into this new year and finish up this holiday season, whenever you find yourself in time of challenge, for one thing to get out in nature and also to come back to this message. And Henrietta is the tree that first opened up to me and asked me to be her scribe. I never had any intention of, I never dreamed of channeling trees. I'm used to channeling highly evolved beings of light, and didn't realize that the trees are so much that as well. So here's the message that I'll share with you from Henrietta the tree. There are no conditions of existence as a tree other than the environment. Love is easy for a tree. As the trees take their sustenance from the earth and the sky, they also draw prana from the ethers, and they offer it back to the earth. This is love. Prana is love. Chi, energy, it's all love. The very force that keeps you alive is love. Have you thought of it that way? It is nothing less than love. So the mere fact that you are walking the earth is love. You are so removed from that now that you have forgotten. We, the trees, are happy to remind you, for this realization can change your life if you allow it. If you give it enough of your attention, you will be changed. You breathe love. You walk love. You exist, love in action. That is what you are at the core. How you think you could live without love is merely a reflection of your forgetting. As you go about your day, remember that the very energy that keeps you moving is love. As you breathe, remember that you are breathing love. And where did the air for your breath come from? It has passed through the trunks of trees. It has moved through the lungs of lovers as they join in passionate joy. It has nourished a newborn babe taking its first breath. This is the wonder of life. It is all shared. You are not alone. You have breathed the breath of someone on the other side of the world. Is this not love? It is beautiful. It is delightful. It is joy. It is heaven. That of which I speak is heaven on earth. All you have to do is remember and hold it in your awareness, and you will create heaven on earth once again. It is so simple. Humans like to complicate things, but it is so simple. Love is all there is. And that, again, is from Henrietta. And I really love that message, just the way she ends it, that love is all there is, and it's really that simple. And I can see the truth of that, and I can see us as humanity evolving, coming back to that truth, coming back to living a simple life, and coming back to nature, and coming back to appreciating how much we need nature for our well-being and ultimately for our survival. And so, as she says, we are creating heaven on earth once again. That is what we are doing as we come back to nature and come back to simplicity and appreciating the smallest things in life instead of being so lost in competition and getting more than the next door neighbor. I'm so delighted that it's all changing now, because I believe that this is our way back to our true selves, our true nature as loving beings. And so I'm delighted that you have been with me this year, and excited about 2020 and all the new potentials that I believe are awakening. And I'm seeing it already happening in my own life. And I wish the very same for you, and enjoy looking forward to sharing this journey with you on what I've called a magic carpet ride into the next decade, because I feel like it could be wild and we don't know where it's going to take us. And even when it's scary, I believe that we need to hang on to the knowing that that's just the old world crumbling away so that we can create a new. And my invitation is that we look for love in every moment, and be kind to ourselves and be kind to one another. And from this foundation of love, we will create a beautiful new world. If we can only keep it simple and remember to just return to love, and remember to look for love when things are falling apart, because it's everywhere. And the more we look for it, the more we're going to see it. And so it is from my open heart that I share this with you, and excited to move into 2020 even more fully with you, with lots of new offerings. So thanks for listening and being present with me in my offerings, and sending you so much love as we make this great transition into a new decade in this new millennium. So much love.